Hi everyone, and welcome back to Cheryl Milder Unfiltered Real Talk YouTube channel. So today I really had a stressful day today at work. I could not wait to get out of there fast enough. And I want to talk about venting versus gospel. I'm saying gospel. Gossiping. There we go. Gossiping. Yeah, I probably said it wrong, so forgive me or pronouncing it wrong. Tongue twister. Anyway, I was so frustrated at work because coworkers of mine are just gossiping. Yes, I said it right. Yay, gossiping about other people. Just happened yesterday and today, and I'm just very frustrated. And right now, I am venting on my YouTube channel because I have no one else to talk to about it. So I'm going to talk to you guys about it. And right now, I'm venting because I'm just annoyed and I can't stand it, and I just want it to stop. I just cannot stand when people talk about people behind their back without addressing that person directly. And this has been happening for 2 days now, 2 days, and I'm just annoyed with it. I'm really annoyed. And anyone that knows that, anyone doesn't know this, gossiping is a sin. It is. It's a sin. It says it in the Bible. You know, you shouldn't be gossiping about people. It's a very dangerous thing. It's a slippery slope. And you shouldn't be gossiping because it's dangerous. You know what I mean? People can twist other people's words and say this and say that. He said, she said, without you even talking to that person directly. This is for me, excuse me, when I have an issue with someone, I talk to that person directly. I'm very transparent. If I have an issue with someone, I'm not going to talk to so and so about it. I'm going to talk to you about it. And that's not what's happening at my job. Some of my coworkers have issues with another coworker. Instead of like talking to that coworker with the manager or one-on-one conversation outside of the job, they talk about it with other people, and it's like, that's not fair, that's not right. You know, that person can't defend themselves and you're talking about them behind their back. I'm all about fairness, I am, and what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong, and I will point that out. And I just want to make it very clear, I used to entertain gossiping. I used to do that when I was younger. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie, you all have. I used to entertain it. I used to get involved in it. And now I'm a little bit older, a little bit wiser, I would think. I don't want to get involved in anyone's shenanigans. I come to work to do what I have to do and to leave. That's it. I don't get paid enough to hear people's shenanigans and their BS. I come to work to do my job and get the hell out. Excuse my French. And it's just like nonstop. You know what I mean? My coworkers complain, oh, I'm so busy, I'm so backed up, I have so much stuff to do. But you take 15, 20 minutes out of your time to gossip about another coworker of yours when you could be easily completing your task. Does that make sense? No. Now, I'm not saying that people shouldn't vent at work or any place. Everyone should vent. If you have some type of frustration or you feel a certain type of way, yes, vent to your coworkers. You vent, you let it out, and you keep it moving. But gossiping, which they were doing, they keep going and going and going and just don't stop gossiping and talking about the other people, that person. That's the difference. You know what I mean? And that I don't want to deal with. That I do not want to hear. That's not what I come to work for, to hear other people's BS, okay? You want to vent, that's fine. But there's a limit for me if you go to vent. You can't be venting all the time, because then if you don't like the job that you're doing, then there's two options. Quit or go to sleep. That's what I say. Quit or go to sleep. It's that simple. No one's not forcing anyone to stay at a job that you're not happy with. And I get it. People have to pay their bills, put food on the table. But if you're not happy, go to Indeed and look for a job. Or like I said, quit or go to sleep. Because I just don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I want to have a peaceful environment at my work and do what I have to do and then leave peacefully and gracefully. You know, I just don't want to hear it. And maybe that make me be insensitive. I don't care, because I don't want to hear it. The world is already hard enough as it is when I walk out the door, and I don't want to come into work and hear people's BS. I really don't. Address it to that person, you know, because when you gossip, it's dangerous. Like I said, it is dangerous, and no one should be gossiping about anyone. Again, have an issue, talk to that person directly. That's it. That is it. And It happens more than you can imagine, and I bet you guys can relate to this too. You know, your coworkers are, you know, gossiping about this other person, the other person, when you don't even get the whole facts, because words can be mis transition not transition translated the wrong way, just like in text message. You know what I mean? That's why you don't have a full-blown conversation when you're arguing with someone through text, because it can get lost in translation. You know what I mean? That's why you talk to the person directly, face to face, eye to eye, not behind their back, and not through text. But anyway, I'm going off topic here with the text message, but I was just giving you an example. And all I can say about it is, like, again, gossiping is a sin, is a dangerous thing, because you don't want to go by what people are saying. You want to not know, but get the whole facts by that person. You know what I mean? Directly. And that's what I want to say to anyone who's going through this and gossiping. Tell that person, listen, the person's not there. If you have an issue, talk to the manager or talk to the coworker one-on-one. I know I told many of my coworkers that I don't want to get involved. It's not my business. I don't get paid enough to hear people's BS. If you have an issue with one of your coworkers, you should address it. Plain and simple, address it. And let's all work together as a team, because we're there when more than we're at home. You know what I mean? So you want to get along at the workplace and feel comfortable in that environment, you know, and not feel uncomfortable. And you just don't want to hear other people's shenanigans, because people going through some stuff too, you know what I mean? And then when people are going through stuff outside of work, they just want to get away. That's why they come to work, to do their job, and just to get away and not deal with nonsense, you know? And that's how I feel. Like, my life is tough as it is. And when I come to work, I want to go to work in peace and do my job and not hear nonsense. You know what I mean? Yes, people vent, that's fine. But the gossiping, that I don't like, and I have zero tolerance for that. And it's not right, especially when that person's not even there. Or the person is there, and then you're doing it behind their back, and then they can't defend themselves. And I'm hearing it, and I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that, you know? And it's just ridiculous and unprofessional, in my opinion. So I would love to get your thoughts and your comments, venting versus gossiping at the workplace. Now, I don't mind venting within reason. If you keep venting and venting and venting, then there's two options for you: quit your job or go to sleep. That's the two options for me. You know what I mean? Because there's so much I can hear when people keep venting all the time about the same thing. You know what I mean? We're all human. We're allowed to, you know, vent every now and then. But if it's every single day, then there's a problem. Then there's options for you. No one's not holding you down to stay at a job that you're not happy with. You can leave or go to sleep. Those are the two options in my view, you know? So I don't know. I just wanted to get your comments and your thoughts. That's what's going on for the last 2 days for me at my job, which is so annoying. Hopefully the rest of the week it gets better, because I'm just so sick of tired hearing people's BS. I just want to go to work and leave peacefully and gracefully. I just want to say thank you so much for watching my YouTube channel, Cheryl Milner Unfiltered Real Talk. Please subscribe, like, and share, and comment if you like. And I really appreciate you listening to my venting. Not gossiping, venting. Thank you so much, and God bless you all. Bye.